And now we return to your dad's favorite scheduled programming.
Woo!
Yeah, that doesn't get old.
I'm glad you didn't do what you did during the test recording, Mark.
What, go daddy?
Ew, it's so cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope your ears are bleeding if you're listening to this right now.
I'm sorry, family.
Yeah. But anyway, we're back at it again.
Back again. There's a mug in front of us.
We have 3 mugs in front. So I made the drinks for this episode. There was whipped cream at the top. Don't drink it yet.
I'm huffing the whipped cream because it's
There
really
was
good.
there was whipped cream at the top.
My whipped cream is
Unfortunately,
gone.
unfortunately, it has melted because it is a hot drink.
Yeah, this is kind of weird. It's like, I was not actually expecting it to be hot.
It's a big boy cup too. This is
Yeah,
like the
it's
size
a
of
big,
my head.
It's a big boy mug.
Yeah.
This is a very, like, live, laugh, love set of mugs.
This is the fall
Actually,
mugs.
surprisingly, my family's had this like stashed away somewhere for a couple of years. They just never opened it, and they were like, my mom was like, "Oh, I want some new mugs. My other ones have like scratches on it from the spoon."
Yeah.
So now they use these ones. But
That's cool. All right.
anyway, let's just hop. Since you're so
Bourbon whipped cream.
impatient and you want to drink it, go ahead, drink it.
Oh, wow. Wait, this smells really good.
There's coffee in it. Calling it right now.
I know what the drink is, but
Yeah,
I'm not
same
gonna
here.
be. I'm not gonna be.
Not
whack.
gonna be that guy.
Yeah. Same
I'm not gonna be that guy.
Not gonna just jump to conclusions.
Because what's our timestamp? Like 2 minutes now.
We are currently just about 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
we can't.
This is
give
really
this
good, though. This
it
is a very good drink. Actually,
Thank
like,
you.
You could easily mess this one up,
Yeah.
which I'm appreciative of, and the bourbon whipped cream is really good too as well. So I really like it. So I don't know. Are you having a good time overall?
Yeah, it is really good. And you know what? Like, I would have fucked up this drink. I would have either put too much or too little. And this is very nicely balanced. Like,
Exactly.
I don't even taste the alcohol.
You get a little whiff of it,
But
though.
like, you get a whiff of it. But I
Yeah.
can definitely like see myself downing this if I'm in a hurry, and I'm like, why the fuck am I fucked up on my train?
Yeah, no
You just
joke.
start like waving.
The
your head
lawyer was about to have this he was obviously joking about it because you don't drink
Was
at
he?
work. Yes, I would
Like,
probably
was
say
he?
this. Yes,
back. Those long nights.
Are you
know,
sure
they
about
get-
I mean
that?
he's still at work right now, so
Wow.
yeah, it's like he has a long day.
Look, we've all seen Law and Order. We know how hard it gets.
Honestly,
Take a drink for
the lawyer.
lawyer and the office.
Oh, he's gonna appreciate it.
Yeah, let it clink. Yeah, all right.
Hey, he had a good weekend though. It was our anniversary.
I bet.
Oh wow, that's very nice. What
Yeah.
do you all make?
We made 6 months. I know most people don't do month anniversary things. I like to do 6 months to finally say, hey, look, we beat the statistical norm.
Yeah, 6 months a year. You do 6 months a year, and after that, every year.
Exactly. That's what I think.
That's like the normal.
Yeah.
Like we would all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
And especially like because we were technically like an internet couple. Those last
I wouldn't be worried about that. That's we talked about this, I think, on the first episode. That's kind of like normal now to start as an internet
Yeah.
couple.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised.
I don't know. I don't consider that.
feel like a
weird.
lot of people
Yeah, that's
meet
like
that
everybody
way.
now starts over the internet. I feel like it's more rare to hear people meet in person.
That's
Today it's
Yeah.
not today it's
I've-
not
I've
a
had-
common thing.
Yeah.
I've had
Like picking
both
up people like let's say you went to a bar with a wingman to try to pick someone
That
up
doesn't
isn't
happen
as
anymore.
common.
No.
It's not a
That's not
common thing
happening
anymore. Today you either for a relationship you either like go on a dating app or
Yeah.
you like your friend sets you up with another friend.
We were hanging out this weekend. It was the Indigenous Peoples Day Parade, obviously. It was my mom, myself, my aunt, and then the lawyer.
Do they do Columbus Day and the
same
Indigenous
day.
parade on the same day?
Yeah.
It really depends on.
Well, do they
It-
do both parades on the same day?
Yes.
Yeah, but it really
Different
like,
locations.
Yeah, it's different
very,
locations.
Very different locations.
I'm like,
It was in Randall's
I feel like
Island.
that that
Really, it
raises
was in
some
Randall's Island.
Yeah, it was a whole weekend thing. It was pretty cute.
interesting.
That's really crazy. They put
I-
it on Randall's Island.
I
For
gave-
those who may not be from
so,
New York,
so they're just
oh.
going around.
Yeah,
I'm
of
sorry to
course.
interrupt, but
No,
they're just
it's
going
nice.
around the island. That's it.
Yeah, it was different tents. Honestly, it was more of like a culture and consumerism type thing, in my
Okay.
opinion. There was a lot of different stations to buy from, and then there was the
Okay.
chief, They were doing traditional dances, which
They had like the mayor there for a speech, right? Or something like that.
not when I went.
No, he's
went
out in he's down in Ecuador right now.
Yeah.
Adams is in Ecuador.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's going to like Colombia to address like all of like the migrants coming to New York City.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
like, don't come.
I thought I heard something on the radio how he gave a speech at the Indigenous Peoples.
Probably virtually. It was probably
Yeah.
virtually like he addressed
Oh, okay.
them. Yeah.
He wasn't.
Well,
there.
yeah, they didn't say if it was in person or virtual. They just said he
exactly.
gave
They
a
would have
speech.
said it in person.
Yeah.
I went to the Morris Park Columbus Day Parade.
Oh, this year?
Oh,
This year?
How was it?
Oh.
It was even shorter than it was last year because usually it was like slowly getting shorter over time.
Of
Yeah.
course.
But it was always over the hour mark. So it
But
was like
for
an
the-
hour 15, hour and a
Oh,
half.
Yeah.
This time it was like barely 45
Oh,
minutes.
wow.
Like a lot of schools weren't there. A lot of unions weren't there. I don't think
For those who may not know who are listening, first of all, Randall's Island, where the Indigenous Peoples Day Parade happened,
One of them, yeah.
is an island. It's like an island of parks within New York City.
Yeah.
Right by Manhattan.
Yeah.
And then the neighborhood that John is talking about
Well, no,
is a
Randall's
very
Island is in Manhattan.
no. But the neighborhood that John was talking
Oh,
about,
yeah, that one.
Yeah, the
is a
Morris
very
Park
it,
one.
it, it is
Yeah.
very I would say iconic in like the Bronx Italian scene.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
known
Right.
it's known as like one of the major like Italian American avenues.
Yeah, but now
Going through
it's
the
like,
Bronx, yeah.
is it safe to say the Albanians have taken over
Yeah.
Morris Park?
It's slowly
Or-
not completely, but it's like slowly dying
It's
out.
not like
Rest
Chinatown,
in
right?
peace.
No,
Oh.
See,
in Little
there's the
Italy,
comparison.
Little
Yeah.
Italy in Manhattan is just slowly being eaten by Chinatown.
It's been eaten by Chinatown.
No,
I'm
not
sorry.
entirely.
No, no, no,
Not
no.
It's
entirely.
been-
There's
I
still a
don't
good
know.
amount
No,
of it
we
there.
went recently. We went
I don't
recently.
know.
John
I
and
feel like
went.
the real Little Italy is Arthur Avenue. Like, to be honest.
No, even Arthur Avenue is
It's-
starting to.
It's starting to get taken over, which is
yeah.
really
Yeah.
sad. But
Well, it's just a shift, and then just the people just aren't there anymore.
Exactly.
They're leaving. They're moving out
if
to
my
like.
favorite bakery closes, I'm going to have a riot.
Damn, Madonia's?
No.
What? That bakery's good.
Wait,
Is
which-
that?
no, you're talking about Artuzo's.
Yes.
Well, that's
I've
like a
never been to
staple. That's
Artuzo's.
it's like a staple.
It
Oh, I
is-
thought it was about to get silent real quick. I was about to
Amazing.
go, oh.
No, I'm judging you a little bit because it's in the Bronx, Little Italy. It's a little.
Yeah, it's art.
Yeah.
But I like to go to Madonia's.
Madonia's.
Yeah, Madonia's.
Yeah.
I feel like that one is like also iconic there.
Yeah. The iconic spots aren't going to leave, but the
No.
small shops, they're all going to go
But that's so
eventually.
sad.
It's just a shift. It, like,
is.
it was going to
The-
happen
the-
one day
the
or
high
another.
rent,
so.
the families dynamics are different.
Yeah,
now.
like the older generations are
Yeah.
still there that are like, no, this is my shop. Like I've been here for 4 generations. I'm not leaving.
Exactly.
But
The
all
kids.
everybody else, the kids or whatnot, like they got like their jobs. They moved
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
They're in
And
like
they're not interested in,
Mm-hmm.
taking over the business.
yeah. They want like after so many years, like they're like they'll probably take over the business, but like we don't want to live there. So they want to live in like Westchester. They want to live in Staten Island. A lot of people moved up north, like
Yeah.
past Westchester County, like
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie,
Oh, wow.
Mayapack area.
Because houses are getting cheaper over there.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
moved up to Connecticut too. Like they're
Again,
not
Yeah.
they're not in New
cheaper.
York City
Yeah.
anymore.
That's so crazy because I remember I was in Danbury one time, and there's this restaurant. You've been there, Stanziato's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really good
I
Italian
think
restaurant.
we went there together, didn't we?
Yeah. It's a really good Italian restaurant in Danbury.
Uh-huh.
And I remember we were eating there, and like, this Italian guy comes up. He goes, "Oh, where are you guys?" Like striking up a conversation with us. So like, we're from
Yeah.
the Bronx. He goes, "Oh, I'm from the Bronx too. Like half the people in this restaurant here are from the Bronx."
Oh my
Well,
God.
and all the Bronx Italians are just moving up to Connecticut.
No, it's just crazy when people are like, "Yo, you're from the Bronx too," and then it's just like
Yeah.
a wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that in school and in work as well,
Mm-hmm.
like in all my different many thousand random shit job careers.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking back what's yours, I know you wanted to talk about the pandas.
Oh yes. So
Mark
have you
this
guys?
in history though that I finally agreed with Mark on a conversation topic?
Yeah. So have you guys heard about what's going on with the panda diplomacy?
Yes,
I
they're
only
taking
saw-
them back.
I only saw
Like the headline?
I saw like a headline because I get like all the breaking news shit on my
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
And one article was like China wants to take back all the pandas from
Pandas.
like an American enclosure or
So
something
no,
like
it's
that.
the
Yeah.
entire like Western world. So
They
like
wanna take
so
back
China. So
everything.
for those who may not know, the panda that is in your zoo is technically owned by the Chinese government. And the Chinese government leases pandas to zoos around the world.
Yeah.
Because pandas kind of act as like Chinese ambassadors in a way. Because, you know, they're cute. They eat the bamboo. People are like, oh, I love pandas. Where are they from? China. Oh, you know. Yeah. And so what's happening is that because of like, you know, the geopolitical tensions between Western world and China, right? China is like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Y'all lost your panda privileges.
Oh, shit.
And they are refusing to renew the leases of pandas. So you actually lease a panda for like 10, 15 years from the Chinese government. And then at the end of that lease, you either renew it or, you know, it goes back to China. And so I think Scotland, one of the national zoos in Scotland, gave up their panda. People were like really sad. Like people were like, because you know you've been here for like 20 years.
What are the chances you're going to be able to see a panda? In there,
like also, so in Memphis there were these two pandas, and one of the pandas had kind of like a skin condition, right, where like it had patchy fur, and so the people in China are accusing America of like neglecting the pandas, and are like some people on the Chinese Instagram Weibo, I think it is, like the Chinese Instagram
Weibo, yeah,
are like, we need to take military action to protect our pandas.
Unbelievable.
Honestly.
But when the panda was brought back to China, like people had like a whole welcome back party like in Shanghai.
So that's actually, you know what? That's actually really sweet. I'll give him that. That's really
not
cute.
Not the military effort for, you know, that. But
no. Just bring it. Yeah, like a little party for the panda. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, but it's like so crazy that it literally like,
well,
you know. So we have to go see the Bronx Zoo panda before it is deported.
What's the time limit?
I don't know. You'll have to look up the lease of that panda. Okay. Because I know that I think it's either the Atlanta Zoo or I think it's the Atlanta Zoo has like their panda is, they're trying to negotiate with the Chinese, like, please let us renew the lease.
Hate to break it to you,
it's already gone.
The last Bronx Zoo panda was in 1941.
Really? What? I would have thought that's like a world-class zoo. They don't have a panda?
They have red pandas, which aren't pandas.
No, that's not the panda we're talking about.
No, we're talking about
they are cute. Red pandas are very cute, but we're talking about the OG pandas.
We're talking about the Kung Fu panda.
No,
yeah, we're talking about Po.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I actually have a great story about that movie, by the way.
I wanted to look up the lease.
What is the closest zoo where there's a panda?
Probably in Atlanta.
That is sick.
Road
it's
trip?
in Atlanta. But
I could take a weekend off.
What is the closest zoo where there's a panda? Because if all the pandas are leaving America, I would like to go see them. I would like to see them before they're gone.
All right. We could go to Washington D.C.
That's the closest one where there's a panda is Washington D.C. That's kind of crazy.
No.
Well, it's either Washington D.C. or further south.
I got this.
There has to be a closer one. You're not telling like Prospect Zoo, Central Park Zoo, none of like the really? That's crazy.
There are Washington D.C.
Wow. Road
Memphis, Tennessee.
No, Memphis, Tennessee's pandas are gone.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta's about to be next.
San Diego.
Oh, so does Washington D.C. have a panda?
Washington D.C. has
we need to do this research.
Oh, 3 pandas.
We lost one. No.
Wait, did it die or was it deported?
It died.
It was deported.
Damn. Okay. China, they really.
No, it literally says like they will give you a description of the name of the panda when it was born.
Was it named Po?
Taishan.
Oh no, I think the Chinese government names the panda.
Yeah, they name the pandas.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff, so I'm just like.
But this is just so crazy because like, I think there was 1 or 2 congressmen or one woman. I saw it on Twitter. They were like, "What if we just kept them? Like, what is China gonna do? Like if we just kept them?"
I don't want.
Well, it would probably just look bad on our end for going against.
You also realize they're doing a lot of conservatory efforts over there to bring back the population of pandas as well. They have a lot of breeding.
It's also
isn't it like pandas like you said only have like 1 kid a year. So
they have like 1 to 2
are they like endangered? Like I don't hear anybody like hunting a panda.
It's because
I saw
of
like
deforestation. A lot of it's because they lost habitats as well.
I saw a couple of like YouTube shorts like about pandas, and I heard that like pandas are like very difficult to take care of because they put themselves in like
They're really stupid.
life-threatening situations.
Yeah.
They're really, really stupid.
And then
But
like
they're so cute.
and then like by when like the mating season comes around, like they don't even interact with the opposite sex most of the time.
Really?
yeah.
So then like getting them to have a kid is also very difficult.
Really?
Yeah, so sometimes they won't have kids at all for that mating season.
What?
Yeah,
Are
they're
they like
not-
solitary creatures?
Yeah.
Pandas?
Well, yeah, but like you'd expect like if
Yeah,
it's
them
like
to get
their
their
you get like
move
you know
on.
like it's like once a year, okay,
Yeah.
but they just don't. They
Oh,
just
wow.
roll around the habitat and mind their own business.
Yeah, it's also gotten worse. They've gone from endangered to vulnerable.
Well, wait. That's worse?
Yeah, it's endangered, vulnerable, extinct.
OMG. So we should not.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
You know there are more tigers in America than there are in the wild?
Yeah.
Really?
Did you watch Tiger King?
Yes. You
No,
didn't
I
watch it during
didn't.
COVID?
You didn't watch Tiger
I didn't watch
King?
That
Tiger
is the
King
one
during
show we thought
COVID.
you would watch.
Yeah, you're
No,
like,
I
that
haven't
is the
watched.
next show. you
That's
should
one of
watch,
the other
Tiger
shows
King.
that people are shoving down my throat. That's why I
Really?
didn't watch.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Is he still in prison?
Yes. You know what's crazy?
Yeah. Did he threaten to kill Carol Baskin? We're talking about Joe
Yeah.
Scott.
Did he try to?
Joking.
No, he is.
He threatened to.
He threatened
he
to.
is alleged that he hired an assassin to kill Carol Baskin
Wait, so then what did he get arrested for?
for hiring a hitman.
So it was
And
alleged.
also- no,
so
there was
hiring a
also-
hitman,
So
but
there he has
allegedly
been in-
for Carol
so
Baskin.
he.
No, there was also...
Yeah. But what got him in
A
prison
murder.
was that he hired a hitman, and the prosecutors of Oklahoma and Florida have successfully argued that he hired a hitman to go and kill Carol Baskin for like $5,000.
Oh shit!
But I'm like $5,000? Like,
That's
what
really
type of
cheap.
hitman are you? $5,000?
There are low rent
sentenced
hitmen
to
out
21
there.
years in prison
Oh
yeah,
shit!
Yeah, like he's
last
actually.
year. Like, he's actually
actually-
in jail. Also, they found the husband.
Fuck.
Oh, is he alive?
Carol Baskin's husband, yeah.
Where was he?
I don't know. They found him alive, though.
Really?
Yeah.
What was
so
it?
all those
Wait,
people
what's
that
the
thought
story
she
with
killed
him?
So it was alleged, but now through Alyssa's excellent, reporting, it is false. But it was alleged that Carol Baskin killed her husband because he basically like disappeared without a trace, and he left millions of dollars in her name.
He went and it was
okay.
very
Yeah, it was
foul
like,
play.
and people were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, she fed him to
A tiger.
the tigers." Like she
okay.
killed him and fed him to the tigers.
Like a
Oh,
very
he was attending
believable
the process,
story.
Yeah.
The proceedings. The husband was at the proceedings.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Throwback to when COVID happened. It was like the TikTok dance was like Carol Baskin.
Killed her husband.
Yeah.
That is such like
That's insane.
that was the golden era of the shutdowns. Was like the first 2 weeks where everybody's like, "Oh, we're only going inside for 2 weeks. Let me
It's
eat
like-
the quarantine snacks.
it's like
Yeah.
spring
Let
break.
Let me. Yeah, it was spring break. Let me like watch
It was
Tiger
really-
King,
it
and
was
then all of
really
a sudden it's like people are
bad.
burning down their houses.
Yeah.
You can't get toilet paper.
Some people bought out everything in their grocery stores.
Yeah, the
there were some
gross-
videos like, especially like out west.
Yeah, it was
Like
disgustingly
some like
empty.
senior citizens would buy out everything in the store just for themselves.
And then that's when they had to limit TP.
Yeah.
King shit.
You know what's crazy though?
What?
I was supposed to celebrate my birthday that weekend.
What weekend?
Oh,
Shut
it was like
down.
the first week of March,
Wait,
right?
when
yeah.
did you go into shutdown? Because my school was
My
one
school
of the
was
last,
one of the last
The
ones.
last SUNYs. I'm
My
not going to name which SUNY, but it was one of the last SUNYs to shut down.
When did yours shut down?
Yours took a while. to
Yeah,
shut
yeah,
down,
yeah.
Mine was
Mine?
literally once the order from the state
Oh,
came
really?
in. And they had multi-million-dollar lawsuits. I have a picture
I'm trying to think
from
because
when Manhattan was empty. Because I went to the city.
Yeah, when Times Square got empty.
I have a picture
that's
from
crazy.
it because I was there that day.
Really?
Because they gave 3 days for students to move out of their dormitories. And it was just insane about it.
Yeah, like my school, I think shut down March 20, like in the March 20s, because it was like the week
Same.
before Cuomo was like 2 weeks maximum, like that age, like fine milk. Like we're
I
only
was-
shutting down for 2 weeks.
I remember-
honestly, I can still look it up. So
I remember my school shut down, I think the second or third week of March.
Yeah, your school shut down first. I remember my.
But we got that 2 weeks notice.
Yeah.
And everybody, I was asking some of my classmates, like, what do you think? Do you think it's going to last a while? And some of them were just like, as long as I don't have to come in. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Good point.
fuck you all.
It's
I
so
had to go back
crazy.
in.
I remember president of my college. I was like, I was on a sports team, so we were allowed to have dinner with the president, and the president was talking so much crap about your president.
Really?
Oh my
Like
God.
he was like, because we were like, why are we not shut down? Because he had just spoken to the SUNY chancellor and was trying to convince the SUNY chancellor to let us finish out the school year, right? The SUNY chancellor was like, no, you're shutting down, or you should shut down, XYZ. And then I was like, oh, but you know, X university shut down. And he was like, well, that president, you know, is a coward, bends to the students, you know, he has no spine, X, Y. And then you know what
Really?
happened? 3 days later, we shut down.
Yeah. So the order
Shut-
happened
wow,
on
okay.
May 20th. My school shut down May 16th.
Wait, that late? Wait. So wait, you then yeah,
And
you were
even-
really late. So
And then
you
they
didn't.
they had not to call out the school or anything.
No.
They had multi-million-dollar lawsuits because they did not give a fuck about their students.
So wait,
And then they
Damn.
forced that September, they forced certain majors to come back, or you would be behind for graduation. And I happened to be one of those majors because we had a lot of technical credits.
That's crazy.
And then they still charged us lab fees for when we were watching just YouTube videos online.
oh yeah,
So
I
there's. it
I
was
remember getting
disgusting.
that first email when the new year was coming around, and they were like, we know it's troubling times. We know people are sick. We know this is happening, but we're increasing your tuition bill.
Same here.
And everybody was upset because they were like, don't you guys have like a pretty large endowment? Like,
yeah. They're like, we're not touching that endowment.
yeah, everything to not.
I'm
What's
sorry,
crazy is
your
I
school?
have.
No, I'm saying your school, as in like in comparison. my
Yeah,
school's-
but, like,
my school's president was in like a multi-million-dollar Manhattan apartment, and everyone's like, okay, you give students less than a week to move out. You're still forcing majors to come back into college. And then that same year, I think it was 2021, they were like, oh yeah, you don't have spring break anymore. They took away our spring break too.
Wow.
And I have a picture of it because I was in I forgot what job. I was doing like a weird job, but it paid really well. And we were, the school president was there. So we were just like, hey, do we have our spring break back? And we would flood the Zoom chat with it, and people were going and deleting the questions. It was disgusting. I think I have it.
That's really interesting. I know that I have a friend. She actually lives in Taipei. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
And I remember in January, because Taiwan got hit. Right, they
yeah,
were
it
one
was
of the
bad.
first that actually like go into lockdown, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing on her Instagram, I was in a diner with my dad, and I remember just going through Instagram, and I'm seeing her online with masks and Taiwan immediately rationed what you can buy. So like she was saying that if you're a family of 3, you can only get X amount of eggs. However, if you went separately, like let's say like you went to the grocery store, then you came back, then your mom went to the grocery store and came back, you guys could get more food, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was that she was saying that everything was running low on rations. You know, she's not allowed to leave her house, all this stuff. So I remember like Instagramming her. I'm like, do you need me to send you stuff? Blah, blah, blah. She literally, like, I remember told me, was like, you're going to need that. And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, this is back in January.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
Right,
it didn't.
and I'm like,
People played down a lot of it.
and I'm like, it's not coming to America, you know, XYZ. You know, this is when, you know, people are like calming down nerves. Or like, oh, we're very prepared for a pandemic. The CDC, blah, blah, blah,
You know
blah,
what's
blah.
crazy about that? Bill Gates even said that, hey, we're not prepared for this.
Yeah, and what happened was that, yeah, like when it hit,
We weren't prepared.
and then she literally
Yeah.
texted me, was like, where it was kind of like so weird because when Taiwan got hit, by the time we got hit, Taiwan was like already coming down. So they
Yeah.
were like already in the process of reopening. They were in the process of like, you know,
What
just.
was the time difference?
It was like
for-
a few, like
Wait,
2
what do you
months.
mean? Like our difference?
Like when did they start opening back up? When we started shutting
So
down?
like I'm going by New York time. So New York shut down. Well, I would say March
March-
like
March
really
20.
Yeah, March 20.
That's when it
Yeah.
literally became dead.
Yeah. So Taiwan had already been, let's say, got hit, let's say mid to late December. So by the time we started getting hit, Taiwan was coming out of that really strict lockdown, you know, and they were starting to implement, you know, like limited, oh, you can go to a restaurant, but you need a vax card, or, you know, like you need
like the
negative,
mask on and everything.
yeah, stuff like that. So it was kind of weird seeing like this, you know, wave. So when I was like, oh, I wonder what we're going to do next, I would literally just go on her Instagram page and see like what's going on.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm showing
Oh,
Mark
wow.
the picture because it was horrible. But honestly, I will say COVID was a very weird time. Did a lot of good things, did a lot of bad things, as in the sense of watching a lot of shows I didn't want to watch. Speaking of trashy reality TV.
It gave you a reason to binge watch more than
it gave me a
would.
reason to relax in a sense because everything kind of just stopped. I mean, you know, it wasn't fun. Had to celebrate my 21st during COVID. Couldn't really do it. My poor brother, his birthday is the 15th of March.
The Eyes of March.
Exactly. And we literally could not celebrate his 16th birthday because of it.
Damn.
Yeah, but he had a bunch of stuff happening. We made it the best. And I think that's when the rise of trashy reality TV really peaked. And I was telling John about this show called MILF Manor.
I have to watch this.
So Mark,
so good.
MILF Manor is a new show on TLC because I don't know. I guess because of our career paths, we're like, whenever we're together, we're like, hey, let's watch some trashy reality TV show. And I'll admit, I'm like a good person with it. I don't usually watch it. I grew up watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians because that's what my like uncle used to watch.
Uncle?
My late uncle, yeah, he used to watch it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. But I didn't really watch anything. I started watching 90 Day Fiancé during COVID, though.
My sister loves that show.
90 Day Fiancé is lit.
It's really
I don't know
bad, but it's good.
It's so good.
It's literally what I got to do for American citizenship. That's literally what this.
Yeah. No, genuinely, in the beginning, there were some couples that loved each other.
Yeah.
I may get a hot take about this. I feel like the only ones that you can arguably say that are like, I guess, couples that are two couples or two people that are from like relatively wealthy countries. Like there's this one couple. I don't watch the show religiously, but I just know there was one from Spain. Yeah. And so I'm like, like Spaniards, they don't need American citizenship, you know?
Don't.
But I'm sorry, if you're from like some of these guys are like supermodel type
like
they're like 10s and they're, you know,
50-year-old
girl, like a 50-year-old woman. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, no, like this is literally, if I'm like an ICE agent, I'm like, bro, what's like, I remember watching an episode of my sister. My sister knows exactly what episode I'm talking about.
I got you. Ready?
It was this like Southern, you know, like white trash woman dating a very good looking Dominican guy.
Okay.
And
wait, I know
she
that
asked
couple.
him, oh, do you love me? And he goes like 50-50. Like just straight up
50,
like
wow.
No, I know that couple.
yeah, like I'm just
do.
like, bro, this is literally just what I gotta do for American citizenship.
Maybe no.
Yeah.
But
like
I'll watch
crazy.
90 Day Fiancé because it's like I'll sit down, I'll have a glass of wine, put some face masks on, and I'm like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good in life. But speaking of trashy reality, MILF Manor
Yes.
is about a group of moms who are into younger guys. And, you know, the moms' ages range from, I think the youngest is 46 and the oldest is 50.
Oh, that's not like...
that's not a big...
I was
No.
Yeah, I was about to push
And the
towards
sons are on the
60.
show.
There's what?
Their sons are on the show with them.
Oh,
okay.
that I do not like.
Living in the manor.
Yeah, they share a bedroom.
Wait, what?
With so like the son and
the son and the mom. So,
birth mom?
Yeah. So like say
Are these
this
like
is
tiger
a
moms?
wild example.
Cougars, you mean?
Yeah, cougars. So the sons are trying to date the other moms, and the moms are trying to date the other boys.
How is this allowed?
How is this a TV show? Wait, hold on.
They're
How old
all
are-
adults.
But how old are these sons?
I think the youngest is 20.
And for those, I'm just like looking at.
Yeah,
John
we're just
right
like-
now. We're just
Yeah,
like,
it's,
just eyes
it's really
okay.
gross.
So this, I'm about to get canceled. If it was opposite, like let's say we did
You know what? They talked
it
about
was-
it on the
if it
show
was,
too.
like, if it was
40,
DILF
50-year-old men with 20-year-old women, it would
be
TLC
canceled
would be
immediately, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to sound
It's-
like, you know, one of those guys. I'm just saying.
No,
like,
it would get
no,
canceled
it would
immediately.
be. No, you're right. And they even talk about it on the show.
Yeah, and they were like,
Unbelievable.
that is insane. So wait, what season are they on? Did this just start?
I'm googling it now.
I think he said it was like the first season just aired.
Here I'm gonna read the description.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna watch this show, by the
Oh,
way.
100%. I'm watching
Oh.
this too.
It's not bad. Single women between 40 and 60 seek love with single men in their 20s while staying in a beautiful retreat in Mexico.
You know what this sounds
That
like?
is such
this
a
sounds
setup.
like Too Hot. Did you guys ever
Too Hot
watch
to
Too
Handle?
Hot to
Yeah,
Handle?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it sounds like that mixed with, you know, just like old cougars.
They got a 3.8 on IMDb.
That's actually pretty good for a TLC
You don't- you
show.
don't
That's pretty
watch-
good.
That's true.
That's actually really good for
You
a
don't
TLC
watch a show like that for the good rating. You watch it because you think something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But that's so weird.
It's
like
very-
I like what?
Here.
Can I see what these? So these are the moms.
Those are moms. It's really
Does like a producer have like a fetish or
I don't
something?
know.
And then they were like,
It-
"Yo, guys, let's make this
honestly
show."
while we were watching
so
it,
young.
we got a little there was moments of being uncomfortable where it's just like
Well, yeah, it's a bunch of like middle-aged women.
with their
With-
son.
with their
There was
sons, yeah.
one part in the first episode where the son is actively cock blocking his mom.
Are these women like rich? Like these give
I
like
think
They're
so.
probably
They're-
like they're probably like
A
few of them are
housewives.
doctors.
They're probably like I was about to suggest like housewives with like nothing
No.
else better to do.
yeah. I was
No,
about to suggest like
they're all
their
like
husbands.
divorcees.
Oh, makes sense.
Oh, they're all divorced. Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're probably
this
like,
is like
they're probably like I'm trying to like like I spent all this time married, now I'm free, I get to like fuck around, do whatever I want.
But is it real? I don't think it's real. Like, okay, I'm sorry.
Wait.
I'm
One of the-
calling it cap unless I see. Like, I don't have to see the action, but they had to heavily imply that the action is taking place.
One of the moms already tried to take one of the sons into the bedroom on the first day.
Oh, I thought you were about to say she was about to take his virginity.
No.
That would be so
hell-
out of
But
pocket.
it's
No,
just, like,
that
everyone-
would make the
That's
ratings
television.
so
That
much
is
There's
higher.
one mom that's just like super uber aggressive in it.
Aggressive, like how? Like
Aggressive
like
as
protecting
in-
her son, or
No.
aggressive like after sons.
Yes.
Wow.
After sons.
Do you think they
And her
make them
son
ham
is
it
just
up?
like, Mom, no, you're not doing this. And she's
This
like,
is
you
like
can
peak
sleep on the
television.
balcony.
Do you
And
think-
he's like, no.
We need to meet the producers who pitched this.
Do they like?
And
do
yet
they
we-
tell them to like ham it up on the show?
Oh, 100%. They're
Probably.
definitely like ham it
Because
up. You know.
we thought about it. We were talking about it and we're like, how do you not know you're going on the same trip?
Here's the thing, though.
Because it was a big reveal to the moms that it was
Oh.
their sons. Like, it was a big reveal to both of them.
Here's the thing. I think that they kind of know it, but here's what they need to do.
Producer Mark?
Somebody needs to push the agenda, or like not the agenda, like push the envelope. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I am just calling this show. I'm still gonna watch it cap until I see like one of the moms fuck the sons and a fight happens on camera.
There's
like,
about to be one.
you
They're
know-
setting one up. It's really great.
No, I'm talking about
And it's episode
like,
1.
I'm talking about like you don't got to show it on camera, but you got to show like the action taking place on camera. You know, like right before curtains close, and then a fight happens.
There's
And then,
about
and then
it.
like
There's,
the
they're
following
setting,
day, the following day happens.
Yeah.
Like I saw what you did. Like just starts like
Yes.
smacking her across the face.
they're doing
like
a
Real
setup.
Housewives, like
Yeah.
that scene where I don't know
The table flip.
the table flip scene. Like that's what it needs.
They're setting up for one. It's already episode 1.
It's
Hell
already episode
yeah.
1. Damn, that did not take long.
Yeah, because
I need to see this.
one of the moms, she's very protective of her little boy, and the one other mom that she doesn't like in the house is after her son.
That sounds like the other mom that is after her son is just trolling.
No, because that was the same mom that was trying to get it day one,
Wow,
Nice.
that's kinda-
like literally in like 8 hours.
That's so crazy. Like, imagine
respect so.
your whole acting career starts off by just fucking some 6-year-old
Okay,
woman.
but look at the acting career of people like what's his name? I'm blanking on it. He did porn.
That does
You
not
need
help.
that. You need to
I
be way more
know.
specific.
Action star.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
Oh, but
Actually, do you want to know a fact?
Sure.
What?
Do you want to know the name of the porno?
Isn't it the Italian Stallion?
Yes, and that's where he got the Italian Stallion for Rocky.
I'm here for that. So, speaking of that,
Wait, was Rocky his first film? Like he did porn first and Rocky?
No, I think it was.
I'm gonna Google this now.
I don't think it was his first movie, but it was like the
That
first
was his first
big movie.
big
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, that's the one that like got him like into the industry.
But didn't a lot of actors
I
start
could be
out
wrong
in porn?
actually.
Like I know Sylvester Stallone's the big one, but I thought
feel
like there were a
like-
couple
well,
of
Well,
actors. started out
Channing
in porn.
Tatum was a stripper.
Well,
That's
like
not the same.
like
You know what?
struggling actors that like they're trying to make it, but they can't survive unless they take some type of project. So, I mean, it's not.
I don't know.
Depends on how far he goes while he's working.
Oh, I got a list.
Oh, so I'm assuming the big one is Sylvester Stallone, but I'm more
Yeah.
interested
He
in
was
the
in
ones
a-
I didn't know.
He was in a couple of. You ever heard of the movie The Lords of Flatbush?
No.
It was
Heard of that.
him, Henry Winkler, and then two other guys. It was like a four greasers that go around in. I forgot the town. They're all in college. It's like a slice of life story, but for like four greasers.
Oh.
I don't
type
know
of thing.
any
It's
of
like it's
these.
shot. It doesn't have a very large budget, but it was
Yeah.
more. It wasn't shot very well, but it was more just like it's like. I think it was more like a culturally impactful kind of thing. That's why it resonated.
Yeah.
Because I told my dad about it. He's like, oh my God, I have not seen that movie in ages. I love that movie.
You know the actress who played Rachel McGuire on Boy Meets World?
I need to see a picture. Is there a picture?
Yeah.
She did porn.
She did porn.
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
That's the only name that actually stands out, other than, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I mean, but we've also had, Jenny McCarthy and Anna Nicole Smith, who are Playboy bunnies, too, and Pamela Anderson, who Playboy bunnies.
Yeah, she's the
Pamela-
big
yeah.
one. Pamela Anderson's the big one.
Yeah.
So what are Playboy bunnies? Are they
So-
just kind of like?
I was
Actually-
just watching the documentary about this.
Actually, wait, before we do that, we never talked about the drinks.
Oh,
You know what?
yeah.
Okay.
And we
I'll
are
do
very
it.
far along, so let's
Yeah,
actually
I
get
just
back
want
to this for a
to.
hot
I just want to
second.
say this is the best one we've had so far.
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
'Cause
not
I
even
love-
trying to gas you up, but this is gonna end up gassing you up. This is a very good. Can I just put my guess in now? Mm-hmm. This is a very good Irish coffee.
Yeah, same here.
Very well balanced.
Okay.
Very like it doesn't like whatever alcohol you use. I'm assuming you use whiskey, but whatever alcohol you use, blended very well with the coffee.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm ranking this I'm gonna give you a 9-1.
Really?
I'm gonna give you a
Thank
9-1.
you.
I'm going to give you a 9 just because I like the taste of coffee.
No whole numbers.
9? 8.9 now.
Okay.
But
all right.
what? Thanks, bro.
8.9 now. Can I just do 9.0? Sig figs still count.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll do it.
Sig
9.0.
figs, Sig
Okay.
figs count in this
Yes.
case, okay?
All right. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad you liked them.
Yeah, I wish Mike
were
was
we
here
right?
to taste this.
So you guessed it was an Irish coffee, and same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not an Irish coffee.
Oh.
But it's
It is.
coffee
It is
mixed
coffee,
with
obviously.
booze, yeah.
It's coffee with booze in it. To be more specific, remember that box of bourbon maple coffee I got at TJ Maxx?
Oh, so you mixed it with the bourbon.
It's bourbon maple flavored coffee
Yeah.
with the whipped cream is actually bourbon caramel flavored.
That your mom spoiled for us.
Yeah, she kind of spoiled it.
I love
but
her, though. It
I
was
was
good.
like, no, I'm still going to use it regardless. And then I put, I had one of those Johnny Walker Black Label shooters, and I split it into thirds and put it into the mug.
Wait.
This is
So I'm
good.
so confused. So then is the coffee like the liquid bourbon?
The coffee is bourbon maple flavored, but it
there's
has
no
a
actual
shot. But it has a
booze
shot of
in
it.
it.
It has like a third of a.
Okay.
It has
I
a
thought-
There's
third
no
of-
actual booze in it. It just tastes
I
like
thought
it.
like how I registered that. I was like, did I just fucking drink a whole ass glass of bourbon right
No,
now?
No,
no, no, no. It was-
TJ
no, no, it's
Maxx.
bourbon
no,
maple
Marshalls
flavored.
did not
Yeah.
card John. I promise you that we were together that day.
Oh, I was about to be like, did
No.
you just make coffee with
Marshalls
No,
didn't.
no, no.
Like,
It's
am I about
it's
to black out now?
no. It's bourbon
How are
maple.
you getting home?
It's flavor. It's bourbon maple flavored.
This is
with
really
it
good.
with whipped cream, and then I put. Well, it's like you can kind of not taste the Johnny Walker because it's a third of a shooter, which is very low.
Oh, you know what you need to do? You need to make this for Friendsgiving. I'm so serious. Like,
Okay.
like
I'm
this
down
should
for
be the
it.
dessert drink.
Yes.
Okay.
A Friendsgiving.
We'll make
gonna have to buy another
I'll make
box
a-
then, 'cause I'm gonna run-
another
I'm gonna
apple
run out.
pie. Well, Marshall's trip?
Well,
My
I'm gonna
favorite store?
no. I got it at TJ Maxx.
No, we got it at Marshall's.
That's right, because I got
We
that
were
one.
we were doing some other shopping there too.
Yeah, I got the bourbon one and the pumpkin spice one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should definitely make this again so
Okay.
that Mike can
Yes.
share
Share it.
in this.
Okay.
Rest in booze.
Yes, rest in booze, Mike.
Rest in booze, Mike.
You know,
T-shirts.
t-shirt,
Friendsgiving
get-
T-shirts.
t-shirts. No,
Don't give that away. Someone's gonna make
No,
it.
it's ours because I
Trademark.
sent an email to myself, so it's the poor man's.
Okay, do it right
trademark.
now.
I did already.
Okay, great.
wow.
Yes, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, this was
really
yeah,
good.
Yeah, I'm going solid 9-1.
You know
This
what's
is really good.
You know what's really sad though? We guessed it instantly, and then John's like, "Wait, hold up!" And now it's near the end of the episode, and it's like, "Wait, we forgot to talk
No,
about
we
what's
got
in
some
our phone."
time. We got some time.
So, but wait,
So we're talking about the Playboy documentary.
I also wanted to talk about something we spoke before the pod
Okay.
about naming.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the Playboy stuff first or this?
The Playboy stuff is really heavy.
Okay. So that
All right,
let's do
talk
that.
about
Let's do.
your thing first, and then do that.
I mean, no, it was what we spoke about before the pod. I'm still waiting on my answer, by the way.
Oh.
My voice note to the lawyer.
So yeah, so John.
Oh,
so do you want to?
Do you want to introduce
Oh
that?
yeah, sure,
concept.
sure. So I had this idea of a, I guess you can call it. Well, they call them street interviews, but sometimes they're also social experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one idea I had in mind that I was thinking of, because like I saw a couple of them were like, name these U.S. states, or no, it was like name as many U.S. states as possible within like 10 to 20 seconds, and they'll pay you like $50.
You get like $1 each state, or it's like name blah blah blah, and you get $1 every time.
and
Why
a
can't
majority-
that happen
a
to
major-
me?
oh, no, no.
Like, God, I
Mark
love
is like,
geography.
I will
Why
name it
can't
every
this happen to
state,
me?
every
no.
capital.
Oh, no. It was name all the states with like beginning with this letter of the
Or
alphabet.
like W.
Yeah, it was that kind of thing. And then most of the time they fail horrifically.
It's really sad.
They really because they
Oh,
get these
got
like.
it.
Oh, he answered.
I
the
got an
thing?
answer.
Okay, don't tell us yet.
No, I know.
So when they do these interviews, 9 times out of 10 they fail horrifically because they get like a younger person who's not familiar with it as often, but still like a college student should be able to name more than 10 US states.
Yeah.
It's just geography is not taught in school anymore.
Don't.
Yeah.
I will say though, don't tell me to put it on a map because
Oh, you
I'm-
can't put it on a map?
The thing was, I never learned geography as a kid
You want to know how I learned it?
because I went to. Do you say Animaniacs?
No. That was a great episode, but no.
Right?
My parents bought me a United States geography kids puzzle. And I'd put the states together like that. And I was like, oh, that's where that goes. And that's where I figured it out.
I just really liked maps as a kid, and I can name. So
As a kid?
yeah. So I can name every single European country. I can probably get most, if not all, of Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Where I struggle the most is West Africa and the Caribbean islands.
How?
That's where I struggle the most.
I can do the Caribbean islands a little better.
Well, like I get the big ones, but once you get closer to like Venezuela,
The
like where you
smaller
get the,
ones. Yeah.
Curacao or like, the St. Lucia and blah, blah, like those little tiny
like
islands,
the
those where, or like,
St. Croix and all
yeah,
those.
that's where I get the,
That's fair.
yeah.
The only geography, I'm going to be honest, it's really sad. The only geography I ever learned growing up was in 6th grade. Bless this man's heart trying to teach us. He was great. We made him quit teaching after his first year.
Oh my God.
He would throw a globe around the room, and if you caught it, he would, and it wasn't labeled. It was an empty globe. Like it was an inflatable one. You had to name whatever country it landed on and the capital.
I agree with that. Like
Okay.
And that was the only geography I ever learned. And then fast forward to college where I was working at the gym, and then my supervisor, he loved to mess with us because he was a chill guy and everything. So he printed out maps for everyone. I was like, here you go. So I could only do 13. I could only do about like 20.
20 states. Like if I give you a blank map of the United States and I said, name as many as you can, how many do you think you'd be able to get?
I can name all the states.
No,
Don't
but
get me
like put if I told you like
I'm gonna be
show
honest,
me
the
on the
mid-
map where Colorado
like,
is.
like the Midwest, you lost me there.
She
And like that, like
But the
Tornado
Midwest
Valley.
is the easiest because they're bigger.
I never paid. Like I could do all of the East Coast. I could do most.
You know
of
where
the West
California
Coast.
is, right?
Yeah, I know where California.
Yeah, okay,
is.
thank God.
So do you know where Ohio is?
Yes, only because
of the
my
memes.
good friend used to live there,
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say.
So
and I
I-
have a cousin from. Usually that's how I can figure it out, through like
Oh.
connections, because I'm a science person, so I would trick myself into learning this type of thing. But real quickly, enough about that. I do have an answer. I just got the text.
Let me
yes,
do
please.
my thing first before
This
you
is hilarious.
before you bring that list up. So I thought, as a good social experiment, you run up on somebody with a street interview microphone or whatever you got to do, and the challenge is this. First thing you do is that you say you have I wouldn't give 10 seconds. I'd probably do like 15
30.
or 20. No, I'd give like 15.
30
or 20.
seconds is too much.
Oh,
30
true.
seconds is
I'd
too
give
much.
like 15, 20 seconds to be generous. Name as fast as you can within that amount of time 10 U.S. presidents, any of them. So there's like 46 of them to choose from, right? So if you do that, and then the second test is you have like 15 or 20 seconds to name 10 U.S. porn stars.
Oh, U.S. porn
Oh,
stars
US.
or just
No,
porn
no,
stars
no.
in general?
In general.
Okay, fine. In general.
So
Okay.
And then I wanted to see like how fast, because let's be a little bit more honest. I feel like the porn star one would be answered a hell of a lot faster
I mean,
Among
we
men.
than the U.S.
we could
Among
do-
men,
we
would be
could do it
named
right
a
now. I'll
lot,
do it.
a lot faster.
Do you think you could name 10 presidents in 15 seconds?
Yes,
Okay, you know what? Let's put this up to
You actually want to do this?
I'll do
Yeah.
it. I barely looked at my phone, so I don't even
Okay,
know.
I'm going to put up
All right, here.
15
Also,
seconds.
I asked the lawyer.
Do you
want to
read off that list? Do you actually want
I
to
want
read
to
off
read
that
it
list?
off after the fact that I do the president one.
Okay, so you're going to do...
Can someone keep count for me?
I have it on the phone. So
Alright.
we have 15
Yeah,
seconds.
He's gonna get
Ready?
a timer going.
So you're going to pay attention to how many presidents she
yeah,
does.
I'll
All right, here,
do
and
my
you
hand
can-
and whatnot.
You can
Okay.
have my phone for
Just turn your phone off and leave it
the
on the
lawyer's
table.
response too.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Let me know when you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go. George Washington, Bush,
And be more specific.
George W. Bush, Donald Trump, Obama, Biden, John Adams, John Quincy Adams, Teddy Roosevelt, JFK, Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's 10.
She was at 3 seconds.
Okay, so that's from
With-
what starting point?
with
10
one
seconds?
mess up.
From 15.
With one
Okay,
mess
so
up too.
so 12 seconds to name 10. Okay.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it, but what president did you say? Because I'm not going to use those.
I said I was gonna say Jefferson too instead
Oh.
of Bush because I know someone would have asked to
Yeah.
be specific because there's multiple.
Okay.
All right, I could do it.
Wait. All right,
I'm-
so
I know
I'm
which
going
ones
to
I
try
said.
to like visually remember which ones you said.
I'll correct you.
And
Ready?
if
Okay.
not, wait. And then if I repeat it, somebody say it, but the audience, you'll know.
I think you can repeat the ones, I think.
No,
Well, there should be a tolerance, maybe like 1 or 2. Because
One or
then it'll
two.
just like, we say the same things.
Then I'd fuck that up. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even
All right.
going to attempt it.
All right,
All
ready?
right. 3,
One.
Wait,
2.
wait.
I got it on my phone. Ready?
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
You have the
ready?
timer on your
15
phone?
Yeah, then
seconds.
somebody needs
Oh,
to
then I'll
like,
do that.
yeah.
I'll do the
you-
finger thing. Okay.
3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
James Monroe, Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln,
that one.
Bill Clinton, George the First Bush, Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, George Ford, Richard Nixon.
Time.
You got to 9.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't say Teddy Roosevelt.
No, because you said it.
Did
You
I
said
say
Teddy
Teddy?
Roosevelt. You did. Oh, I should have said Franklin Roosevelt.
No, see.
Dang.
FDR.
But I got 9. You know what? 9 and 15 seconds.
You know who I was stuck on Carter.
You sure you don't want to try it? I think you should try it.
Yeah.
I was stuck on Carter. That was who I wanted
Okay,
to say. I
okay.
was like, wait, do you want to
Do
try it? You know what? You can repeat. It doesn't matter.
Okay, fine.
I don't
Okay,
no,
okay,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
know for a fact I'm going to be repeating a lot.
All right, ready?
Okay.
You want to?
Yeah. You focus on how many he gets.
All right, ready?
Wait. Let me.
This is actually fun.
Okay.
Yeah, but then we have to do the porn star. I'm not going to do the porn star one.
I'm gonna fail that one.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You're on.
Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, George Bush,
Which one?
the second one, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Jimmy Carter, JFK, FDR, Teddy Roosevelt, George Washington.
You got it. At 1
1
second.
second.
Yeah, all right, got it.
All right. You want to hear the lawyer's answer?
All right. Let's do the lawyers.
Only do the president.
Yeah, I will. So he said Abe Lincoln, George Washington, Harold Ford, Trump, Biden, George Bush Sr., Bush Jr., James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt.
Wow.
Okay, so very
Teddy
cool.
Roosevelt, this is going to be a hot take, is my favorite president. I do know that he was a terrible...
man-
I know he was a terrible person towards Native Americans. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. But, like...
That
he
man
was
gave a
such
speech
freaking
with a
G.
bullet in his chest.
He got shot and kept speaking for 30 minutes.
I respect him
Hell
as a
yeah.
president.
As a president?
Yes, not as a person.
Okay, I can understand.
That's
that.
how it is a lot of the
It's
time.
like separate the artist from the. Okay, so
a lot of historical figures are like that.
Terrible
where
people. Yeah,
Exactly.
They do
Look
a
at-
lot of things,
look at
but they're
Einstein.
terrible people.
Look
Yeah.
at Einstein.
Wait, what happened
look
with
at
Einstein?
Picasso.
What's wrong with Einstein?
He was a horrible human being.
What
Was he?
Didn't he like? I thought he like taught at an all-black university. Like was
No,
it
like-
hugely
No,
like
he gave,
progressive?
He gave a speech
Yeah, I was
No,
about
I
to say
thought
that. I
he
think
gave,
he only
like, a
gave a
lecture.
speech. He only gave like one lecture.
and
Oh.
like behind closed doors, you know.
Oh.
It's like that. So, do you want to do the other one?
I would
no,
fail.
it's
I think
not.
I can
I
probably
have an
get
answer,
like
by the
three.
way.
No,
to that
don't
one.
read it. Don't read it.
I'm just gonna show the phone because I'm very
All right,
confused
pass it
on
around
this.
and show it, but I'm not going to read it.
No, it's okay.
I think I can only do like 3.
I have 2, and it's because I see one on ESPN.
There's a porn star on ESPN.
Mia Khalifa.
She was on ESPN for what?
She's a
She probably
sports
just
commentator.
She probably just presented for a set. Well, she's ultra famous, so
Well, I know.
No,
Yeah, Mia
she's a sports
Khalifa.
commentator.
For what sport?
I know.
Disney would
commentator.
allow that? Like that's what's crazy.
You know,
Oh wait, that's right.
Disney would allow that. The
Oh,
mouse would
shit.
allow that.
you didn't know that?
So wait,
No,
wait,
no,
wait.
no,
So
I
we
just
can't
forgot.
have sex scenes in Marvel, but Disney will allow Mia Khalifa
Well, she's an
to come
ex
on.
porn star. She's not in the industry anymore.
How do you spell this girl's name?
Really? She's not.
No.
No, she stopped.
And now, what is she? Just like a media personality now, or something?
Didn't she date Drake?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I remember he was rapping
I was
about
sur-
Mia
I
Khalifa.
was
or
surprised
something
to f-
with Mia Khalifa.
I was surprised to find out
Yes.
that she was married
Sports host.
twice.
She was married twice.
Yeah,
She's been. Oh yeah, I saw that go viral. So
I didn't know she was married
Wait,
at all.
yeah,
she
I-
was
not
married
that this is-
twice,
which is real.
engaged
oh.
once more, and Ben Shapiro ripped her to shreds online because of her past career.
Well, in a debate or just because of her past career?
Because a clip of her is going viral, like, you don't need a man, it's okay. I've been married, married at 19, divorced.
Yeah,
The other
yeah,
8
yeah,
she was
yeah.
married.
Yeah,
She's
the
very
whole-
married young.
Wait, did I see this?
Wait, is she? This is gonna sound crazy. Is she like actually Muslim or like?
I don't know.
She's from Lebanon.
She's banned.
But Lebanon, but there's a lot of like Christians in Lebanon, and
She's
all
banned
that.
from Lebanon.
She's banned. They banned her from Lebanon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's banned.
I knew that too. Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
I think she did an interview. She did like one of those internet interviews that the majority of viewers that saw her pornos when she just started were people in the Middle East.
Yeah, of course.
Well, and there was also a scene. I saw this in a news article. There was a scene of her in an adult movie with a hijab on.
Well, that was her whole like shtick was like the hijab and like
I didn't know
in
that.
Islamic clothing. Like that was
Yeah.
the whole idea.
Was it to go against that, or was it? Just
I don't
her
know.
own
They
thing?
could have been, like
I don't
her MO, whatever. But
Yeah.
that was her whole. That was what really got her famous. Was she was very provocative.
Yeah.
and it got a lot of like the Middle East
Got a
their
lot of
panties
heat
in a
in the-
twist.
yeah.
but like you just said, most of her viewers were from the Middle East.
Yeah,
like
but I heard she's a very nice person though.
She's only 25.
she's 20. Wait, what?
Really?
No way. She's only 25.
As of this article, in 2018. So
Okay. I was about
Okay,
to be
so
like
then-
she's
so
probably
she's
like
30.
30. Yeah.
Around 30 now.
you can look it up. But yeah, she's a sports commentator now.
For what sport? What is she?
I know she does fighting, like MMA and all that.
Really?
Sports, yeah.
Wait,
I wouldn't be
she
surprised if Mia
practices
Khalifa
MMA
was,
or
like,
she commentates
MMA.
Sports commentator.
Does she practice MMA, like fighting?
No.
We should get Mia Khalifa on the podcast. She needs
Yeah,
to
in my
answer.
basement.
Yeah. If you're listening to this, Mia, come on the podcast. Like, we would like to interview you. but
In 2015.
but I don't know. Ben Shapiro dunking on Mia Khalifa. I'm just like,
Was it
For
provoked or unprovoked?
yeah. Did she like name him or
No, someone
was he
sent
kind
them
of
the
just
video.
going after her?
It's like, those people on TikTok that find like viral clips and
Oh,
they're-
like social commentators?
yeah, and he kind of tried to rip her to shreds. But it's also like there could be a lot of reasons for marriages to not work.
But also, look, like, I'm not knocking Mia Khalifa. She can do what she want, but I do believe that it is very hard to sustain a relationship if you are from the porn industry.
Yeah.
I feel like
Because,
it's
well,
hard
as
to
you're,
Not,
maintain them now.
yeah,
Well, you
not
have
to,
to- you have to accept-
diminish them, but that's just, yeah.
well, you
that's
also
what
have
it
to
is.
accept that your partner is going to is getting fucked on a daily or weekly basis
Or
by
like if
someone
they
else.
retired, you just have to accept that the whole world can see their dick or pussy.
Yeah.
Like, that's just reality. That's reality.
Yeah.
You know? So when people are like, oh, you know, like,
Or like
who
you
was it?
walk,
Who
or
was
like
it
you
that
walk into a room
dated-
together and everyone turns their heads and looks
Yeah,
at you.
yeah. It's just like, it's your, I wouldn't say famous. Like, you are famous, but more infamous. Like, the idea
Yeah.
of, like,
Yeah.
everybody knows you for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Right. Unless, like, you're Adam 22, you're like, both of you guys are porn stars, then yeah, like,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But that's so crazy. I remember everybody was clowning Ben Shapiro because somebody, I don't know what it, but people are like, his wife is drier than the Sahara Desert.
Oh, shit.
Something like that. Oh,
Oh
people
my
were
God,
clowning him.
what?
They were like,
Didn't he just have a kid?
I think he has multiple kids, Ben Shapiro.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know him and his wife are Orthodox Jewish, so you know,
Yeah.
they have multiple kids.
Mm-hmm.
But Ben Shapiro, I think he's a very intelligent guy, but he just, it's just, I feel like if you were to debate him, like if him and Mia Khalifa were, let's say, have a
This
debate,
debate, I just need to watch
this
it.
would, first of all, it would break the internet. It would break
It
Twitter.
would.
It would
Yeah.
break. It would
But
break
I feel
everything.
like Ben Shapiro doesn't debate. He just
Lectures.
spits out as much information as he can within 2 minutes and then just shuts up. Like, he
Yes.
doesn't go into a debate with the open-mindedness of, okay, maybe my opinion can be changed.
Yeah.
Like, did you, I don't know.
Well, the point of a debate, you're trying to win the debate.
Well,
But you're
yeah.
not. You're still not. He's not
Yeah.
listening to the other side and countering them.
Yeah.
He's saying the straight,
okay.
like the same facts. Because
Yeah.
sometimes my YouTube feed, like him and like Brett Cooper come up.
Yeah, the female Ben
Yeah.
Shapiro.
Yeah,
They
everybody,
met finally.
Everybody was like, are you related to Ben Shapiro?
She looks
Yeah.
just like him.
Yeah.
And they met finally, and they had like a whole little episode together.
Don't they have a show together now or something?
I think so.
Or was it just, or was he
It was-
just on
I
her
think-
show?
I think it was one episode. I saw it. It's okay.
I watched
know what's
Brett Cooper's
crazy?
videos too. She's pretty good.
some of her stuff, I agree with. Some of her stuff, hot takes.
I feel like a lot of the young conservative kind of like media personalities,
Mm-hmm.
they all kind of just talk about the same thing. It's like social, like, this is
Yeah.
just me. Like, they all kind
No,
of talk
I
about
agree.
like,
There's a
like,
similar
the
like response
formula.
to
I mean, they also
to
they also get
everything
clips sent into them for them to react to. And there's another girl. Oh my god, I forgot her name.
Candace Owens.
She's
Is she black?
Yeah,
Candace Owens.
yeah, her.
Yeah.
That she used to be uber liberal, but now she switched.
I don't know. Like,
I don't
it's
know
just
the
so
whole
crazy.
story, but
You know, did you hear the tea about Steven Crowder? This is old news, though. This is like way old news.
Yes.
So what happened was, for those who may not know, Steven Crowder is the popular guy behind the Change My Mind like not podcast, like internet show.
Oh, is with like the table. He has
He has the
invites people
table,
on.
and
Then
he'll
where
go
the
to a
meme came
college
from?
campus. Yeah, he'll go to a college campus, whip out like a banner saying like, for argument's sake, like abortion is murder, right?
Change
and
my
then
mind.
change my mind. And then you'll have college students come up and debate him. That has been criticized because he's basically arguing against college kids, not like professors or anybody like that. But anyways, what happened was that Steven Crowder owns Louder with Crowder kind of like company, and you support him through the Mug Club, right? So it's like a subscription-based news agency.
Okay.
And that you pay him to, tell you his opinions. Okay, everybody does that.
Yeah, they hire people
Yeah.
from time to time to do that
So
stuff.
what happened was he was approached by the Daily Wire, which is Ben Shapiro's company, and they've been boys for like ever. Him and
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro are like, were boys, right? And so basically, Steven Crowder was approached by Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire to work with the Daily Wire, to join the Daily Wire, right? As a kind of like a media correspondent. He was going to get paid $30 million a year to join the Daily Wire.
Must be
However, the problem that happened was that the Daily Wire had a clause in their contract where if you get striked by YouTube, your salary is deducted more or less, right? And for every strike you get, you lose a percentage of the revenue
That's
because
crazy,
you
though.
can't get right because the
Because
whole
you can
idea.
get strike for anything.
Yeah,
so,
that's very
so the
difficult.
Daily
Strike
Wire.
isn't
So basically,
modded
what
like that.
Steven Crowder was accusing the Daily Wire of, it was like bowing to big tech, right? Like, oh, you say you're against big tech and blah blah blah, but really you just bow to big tech, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is they're going through negotiations. Steven Crowder secretly records a video or a phone conversation and posts it on his Louder with Crowder platform.
Oh,
Wait, what state?
This is old news.
What
This
state
is
is
old
it? What state was it?
I don't know.
Because
But
Wait,
Some-
who was the phone
yeah.
call with?
I think it was with either the CEO, because so the Daily Wire is owned by Ben Shapiro, but he's not the CEO. He's not like
He's like the face.
Yeah, he's like the face of Daily Wire, and it's his company, but he's not. He is not the guy
Is he,
behind
like,
the boardroom.
chairman or
I don't know.
something?
You can Google it.
You could
but
like own something and then like not.
be the CEO, like
not
Mark,
be the
like
CEO.
yeah, like Jeff Bezos isn't the CEO of Amazon, but
Yeah.
he owns.
He
Amazon.
owns like
Yeah.
a majority of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's something like that, right? So that Ben Shapiro isn't the CEO of Daily Wire. But so it's the CEO of Daily Wire talking to Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder records the phone conversation, posts it in his Louder with Crowder, saying how the Daily Wire, everybody are snakes. They don't really believe what they say they believe, blah, 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 right? Candace Owens gets involved, basically says Steven needs to go seek mental help, blah, 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 right?
Oh,
He's having a
shit.
mental episode.
Yeah.
He's going, and I think this is where it gets crazy. They're like, he's been having difficulties with his wife, blah, 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 blah. Somebody releases a hacked ring cam footage of Steven Crowder and his wife, where Steven Crowder is like very abusive towards his wife. First of all,
shit.
they're multimillionaires and they only have one car. Everybody's like, oh, red flag.
That's true.
They have he's a multimillionaire, only has one red car. Right, his wife is pregnant in this scene. Like you can see
The
the
footage.
footage,
see a bump.
where he is like ordering her around the house. Is like, you need to go make me a sandwich. Blah 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 blah. Right,
no.
and she is
shit.
like, Steven, I am going to go to the grocery store, and Steven is smoking a cigar, like
I've
sitting.
seen this,
You know
yes.
exactly, and. Irony, her name is Hillary. Irony. Love the irony. But he's like, Hillary, what am I supposed to do? Who is gonna, make me lunch? Who is gonna do this?
Yeah, he
Blah, blah,
got
blah, blah, blah. And
He got ripped to
Oh,
shreds.
yeah, he's getting canceled.
No, but like the right canceled his ass.
Yeah,
They were like,
It was good.
Nobody really watches his shit anymore because they were like, you're a terrible person. And then he goes on the Mug Club after this whole like this whole footage comes out
Scandal.
where he goes, my wife left me and left my children and I didn't have a say in it. The state of Texas allows women to just walk out of a marriage like punishment free. So everybody in the
shit.
comments are like, so wait, you believe the state of Texas should force women to stay in a marriage that they don't want to stay in? And like the Daily Wire is ripping his ass open. His own supporters are ripping his ass open.
Because that footage
Everybody-
came out.
Yeah, like
and
he is
It wasn't
done.
like in the movies where it's like, oh, make me a sandwich. No, it was really bad. And she
No.
was heavily pregnant.
Yeah, and she's crying. She's like, the abuse needs to stop. And he's like, Hillary, why don't you like shut up?
Yeah.
All this.
Fuck.
It
like,
was really bad.
yeah, this is like old news. This is like, I would say about a year old now,
Yeah, it was-
but it
Okay.
like broke
It was bad.
the whole conservative wing of like YouTube. And I'm like, you're complaining. Like, I sit back here and I'm like, you're complaining about $30 million a year for just sitting in front of a camera and complaining about like what?
left.
Just talking about the
The
left.
left.
Like,
Because
I don't know.
I'm gonna sound really bad for it, but they just talk about the same kind of stuff where it's
Well, yeah, it's like it's
about
at some point you talk about
it's
the
mostly
same
about
stuff.
like BLM
Yeah,
teachers,
Yeah.
with explaining their sexual orientation.
Yeah.
Which, as someone who was in that field, should not happen in any sense. I think that's very inappropriate. I want to talk about something real quickly. Remember the days when if you saw your teacher outside, you were just like, yo, you have a life?
yeah.
It's like you saw them in the grocery store and it's like, what?
You don't live
In
at the
school?
school?
Exactly. But it's just that culture shock.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And you knew nothing about their lives.
Yeah.
Maybe if they had a kid, you would see the kid once in
Yeah.
a blue moon. But now I think it's getting a little too personal, and very uncomfy.
I think it's just more cultural changes now, but I know that when people like all they talk about is politics, it very quickly just dives into
Religious beliefs.
not religious beliefs, but like you just end up talking about the same thing over and over and over again. Like, did you all hear what happened with Sneeko and Andrew Tate and like Aiden Ross?
Yes.
Another
This is another this is like fairly recently.
Fairly
Let's
recent.
say
I feel like this
6
has happened
months ago.
several times.
no. This is like a big one.
It was 6 months ago.
Yeah. So 6 months ago. But like basically what happened was
the one controversy about Sneeko I know of was when him and
Charlie
Moist
Critical?
Critical.
Oh, I don't know about this one.
Oh, and when he's like dancing with the guns in front.
Oh yeah,
of
with
his
Charlie.
Twitch
Yeah,
stream.
Charlie. Yeah.
That I was like, well, first of all, what the fuck are you doing? That's like the dumbest
Watch
dance
my
move
clips.
I've ever seen.
Watch my clips. You know?
Literally.
And then Critical responds with like a rifle.
Yeah, with an AR-15. Like those are not clips; those are mags. But this one, what happened was, so Sneeko is at some baseball game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know his fans who are like 12 years old, 13 years old, come up and see Sneeko.
Oh shit.
And he's like, "Oh, what's going on, guys?" But Sneeko is like kind of streaming or something like that. And he's like, "You want to be on the stream?" And the kids are like, "Yeah, let me be on the stream." And they're like, "Fuck women, fuck gay people,
Oh,
fuck
no.
trans people." And you just see Sneeko like, "What the fuck?" Like
he just sometimes they zoom in on his face and
Yeah.
he's just like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like just shock, right? And they're like,
Fuck.
"Fuck gay people, fuck women, XYZ." And so what happens is that like a couple of days later, Sneeko kind of like releases this video that he's leaving the red pill community, right? He's like, the
Fucking
red
Matrix
pill. He's like, red pill is dying. Nobody's buying this shit. I'm sick and tired of talking about trans people all day. XYZ. So I'm going to IRL streaming in real life because that's where like all the mega Twitch streamers are moving to, like just constantly streaming, like Fousey Tubes is, right? And so what happens is Aiden Ross jumps on the "I'm leaving the red pill" community. So Andrew Tate, right, goes on like his podcast and is like, "Sneeko is a fucking cuck." Who? Do you know that whole story? Why people call Sneeko a cuck?
Yes.
Wait, well, I was just like, does John know? Because
No.
you're gonna laugh at this.
He
I
go-
remember
he doesn't.
seeing a clip. Sneeko was on a call with Gideon, who tried because Sneeko's married, right?
No, okay. So I'll do you want me to explain it to you?
Wait, no. Let me just tell you about this clip real quick.
Yeah.
So Gideon was rizzing up. I think it was his. I'm pretty sure the clip said that it was Sneeko's wife, but if he's not married, it's probably just one of his girlfriends or something like
Yes.
that.
Yeah, he was never married.
Yeah.
So it's probably his girlfriend. And then Gideon is on a video call with him, and then he's like, "Before I leave, I just want to give your wife something." And he plays like a jazz song in the back and starts like rizzing her up in the background. And Sneeko's like, "Don't look at him. You don't talk to him. You're with me.
What does it mean?
You get to talk to him when I say you get to talk to him."
Riz is
And
like seducing.
It's like the new modern way of seducing somebody.
Yeah,
like
so
if
it's like, oh, I
someone's
got a
got,
Riz,
if
like-
someone's
Is
got,
it cringe?
No, it's like I got suave, you know, like
Oh,
I
like
can pick
charm-
up girls.
oh, like
You
charisma.
know.
oh, it's like
Yeah.
oh, he's got the
Dumb. It's
Riz, bro. All the
charisma.
girls want
Yeah.
him.
I don't know. I wouldn't say charisma. I would just say more like
no, like Riz charisma.
maybe.
That I
yeah.
think that's where it comes from.
But-
All the new
continue.
vocabulary
Anyway, back
comes
to
out
what you were
every
saying.
day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So what happened-
I
yeah.
thought that's the clip you're talking
No,
about.
so what happened with Sneeko, this is actually like on his stream, right? So Sneeko is in like a mock podcast. I would say like a fake podcast with like these two guys and they're just talking, you know, and Sneeko like occasionally they get on the topic of sex, right? And they're like, "Oh, you know, have you ever had sex? Like, have you ever had a threesome?" And Sneeko was like, "Yeah, I've had a threesome." And they're like, "Oh, can you like talk about it?" Right? So Sneeko's like, yeah. Like, you know, it was me and this guy fucking my girl, right? You know, and no, but here it is, right?
wait, Sneeko's telling this.
Sneeko, this is Sneeko
This
telling
is his story.
this is his
story.
story, right? So Sneeko is like, "Yeah, I just kind of got tired and just sat on the bed and just watched my girlfriend having sex." And the guys, and he like just bloop, like right over his head, right?
Oh
And
my
the guys are
God.
like, wait, what?
So wait, he was
So like it would
So
be
he
like
got-
as if
he got cuckolded.
no, like yes, short term, yes. So, but what happened was that so Sneeko is having, you know, sex, right? He gets tired
He
or
wanted
something
to
like
make
that.
a sandwich from Friends.
And he was like, "Yeah, I just went on the opposite side of the bed and let my girlfriend and the guy like just continue." And they were like, What?
Why would you say that?
Wow.
And they were like, so you just watch them have sex? Like, yeah, like, you know, she's my girlfriend. And the guy was like, were her toes curling? He was like, yeah.
Why would Sneeko?
So like Andrew Tate, right? So going back to what I
Of
was
course,
saying,
Andrew Tate's gonna rip him to shreds on
is
that.
like Sneako's a fucking cunt.
Wow.
And like, you know, Aiden Ross is a fucking bitch. Like, I feel like Andrew
Didn't Andrew Tate take Aiden Ross under his wing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think like Andrew Tate actually like probably got really betrayed by Aiden Ross because like, yeah, like there's that viral video of Aiden Ross literally sniffing the chair that Andrew Tate.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
my God.
Did you see that?
No, I remember there was a video where he shaved.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say like he shaved his head like with Tate on
Yeah.
the call. Be like, I'm trying to be just like you, and he shaves his head.
Yeah.
I'm
Aiden
like,
Ross needs to seek mental health.
He needs
Like,
that's
he needs
disgusting.
mental-
Come
No, he
on.
literally like he was in Romania, and Andrew Tate just gets up and goes, I guess I get water or whatever, right? Like coffee or something. And then Aiden Ross literally looks at the stream, goes like crawls over to his seat, takes a like a whiff of the seat, and then comes back.
Oh, it's
and sits
fucking
down.
disgusting.
Oh.
And I'm just like, if that was my son, I just wouldn't have a son anymore. I'm like, don't come
Be
home.
like-
Don't come
Disown
home.
him.
Don't come
Be
home.
like, how's
Don't
your
come home
son?
for Christmas.
Yeah. No, you're disown the last
I'm
name.
disowning them. Like, nope.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I would like to end this show on a different note, though.
Okay.
Because we're getting up there. But
Yeah.
so over the weekend, I went to go see the new Expendables movie.
Oh no.
I went to go see
dear
Expendables 4. And
5 stars.
no, it
One
was.
star.
Are you? Do you really want to go down this? Because they can make a cease and desist letter.
Oh, they can.
They could say you can't talk shit about this movie.
Well, no.
No, they can't do that. I don't work for them, so they can't. No, there's no NDAs here. I can say
Also,
whatever I want.
It's
Wait,
just
wait.
a review. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
consumer
like a-
review.
theory.
It's like a review.
Film theory.
Now we're getting in trouble there. But anyway, back to
So,
Crapables 4. Yeah.
so it was not very good. I got to be honest because like I've seen the first 3 Expendables and they're pretty good, but something about the 4th one, like I don't know what happened. It just felt like
They didn't care anymore.
either they didn't care or they just like they had like the lowest budget possible or whatever happened, because the 4th movie felt like a direct to video sequel,
Damn.
because like the way that it was written, the low budget CGI and everything else, like it was not comparable to it. So I was like, what happened? Like half of the Expendables crew is not in this movie.
Did they just not want to be in it?
I don't know the whole story.
They wasted their budget on that one member.
Oh, Sylvester Stallone.
Like,
The
don't get me,
Italian
like,
stallion.
it would be expensive to get Stallone in there, but, like, come on. Like, do you not have the, like, you had to CGI your chase scenes, your helicopters,
Damn.
What was the budget?
like, the background
Yeah, look up the
sets.
budget.
Like,
I'm
I swear,
sorry,
there's a
intern?
scene,
Intern,
I swear to God, there's a scene where, because Megan Fox and Jason Statham in the movie, right? They're like a couple, right?
They're the headliners of the movie.
They're, yeah.
Yeah.
Did they
actor
CGI
Stallone.
their sex scene?
They didn't CGI the sex scene, but they're in their like home together, like yelling at each other, right? And Stallone's waiting outside to take Statham to a bar. When Statham opens up the door, like from the inside and from the inside of the house looking outside, the neighborhood was CGI.
Are you serious?
It was a studio built house on a lot. It wasn't a neighborhood. They didn't film in someone's neighborhood. They filmed it in a lot.
Do you want to know the budget?
How much?
100 mil.
100 million.
Yeah.
You know what it was? It was all the Zoom COVID. It was all the COVID
No,
class.
this did not.
Like,
When
it's
did,
like
wait,
the-
can you see when production began?
I can look it up.
I guarantee.
I would like to request pay for this now because I'm
No.
doing the research.
if she's getting paid, I'm getting paid.
Whoa.
She's getting paid nothing. So,
So-
you're getting paid nothing.
Can I get a raise?
You get a hug.
I'll take it.
I don't want that.
Check I was going to give you one. Can you please look up when the production start?
I'm telling you, this is definitely like all the Tisch students that had to do their last 2.5 years over Zoom. This is like, you know, when people are like, oh, when the engineers get jobs from the COVID, you know, like from the COVID times, we're going to have fucked up buildings. This is like the beginning of all the fucked up movies, like from the COVID classes.
Fall 2020. This was rushed. Fall 2021.
Pre-production or post?
Production eventually started in fall 2021.
So the actual filming started in 2021.
Yeah, but it was announced in 2015.
What?
The fourth one was announced in 2015.
I'm reading this now. Yes.
That's
Expendables
crazy.
4, quote unquote, arrives 8 years after it was announced in 2015 with an initial 2017 release date. Production eventually started in fall 2021.
That's crazy.
That
It was
is
set to
4
hit
years
theaters on
behind?
September 22nd, according to Billboard.com.
Why are they 4 years
that's
behind
a-
the schedule?
No, that's a big mishap. Because
And in October 2021, Sylvester Stallone had announced via social media that he had finished shooting his portion of scenes for the film.
So he only worked for like 5 days.
Yeah.
if with all that CG, he barely worked more than a week. I'm dead ass. I saw all that CGI. That was
So
okay.
that's
That's a problem because pre-production on most films goes with between like maybe 3 to 6 months.
Really? So wait.
And then
Pre-production is the filming of the movie?
Pre-production is when you're doing all your planning, your screenwriting, your storyboarding. Like you're trying to figure out everything to make the film. Production is filming everything.
And then post-production?
Post-production is like the editing, the music,
Oh.
musical score, the press release, and all that other stuff.
Okay. So pre-production.
No, not even press release. It's
Promotion.
promotion,
Because that's also part of the
marketing,
budget,
Yeah.
too.
posters and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
that's so crazy. So they have.
So if you
So
had
they
your,
did-
so your pre-production ran
Meryl
4
Streep.
years late.
Meryl Streep was supposed to be in the movie.
Thank God.
And so
Thank
was
God.
Cameron Diaz.
Thank God she's not in that.
Wait, who else was supposed to be in it?
Cameron Diaz.
I can see Cameron Diaz kind of in the movie.
I could
As
see
an
her in
expendable,
there.
I could see.
I could see
She's got the
Cameron
look for
Diaz.
it.
Yeah, I can definitely see Cameron Diaz in the Expendables. But like you know what? I could see her as it.
It was shut down a few times, like the project.
Why?
Yeah, but if it
they
In
probably ran out
November
of money.
2022, the project was officially confirmed as canceled.
Why? I wonder why.
That's crazy.
Because that's like such a money pit,
They
like, or
went-
not a money pit, like
and
such
So
a-
they
then-
probably they had so much. They
Oh.
probably had so much made for it. Years went by. It wasn't working out, and then they were like, "We have this on the back burner. Let's just finish it as best we can, re-release it, and make as much money off of it."
So
as we
you
can.
think this was filmed, like all of this CGI, like the movie itself
They had
was
to get rid
produced
of
in like
shots.
2017, 2018?
No, they had to get rid of
No.
shots
No,
in the
no.
film
They do
because
what?
I'm reading an article
They
now
had to get
about
rid
it.
of shots, or
They
get
had to rewrite the whole movie basically because remember how Terry Crews was in the movie beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in all three, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they
think
had to
so.
take out his scenes.
Why? Did he not want to be in it anymore? He was like, I don't want to be in this garbage. That's so weird. Like, because why? What?
Because of his Me Too
But why?
Oh, because he spoke up about how he was, sexually
assaulted.
assaulted, right?
from a high rank producer.
Oh, you think he was sexually assaulted? on
He
The
was.
Expendables?
No, I don't think it was the Expendables producer, but I think it was a producer that
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
WME.
WME.
Yeah,
is that the company.
yeah.
Isn't that Drake's agency?
No,
I have no idea.
but it was film producer. Obviously, this is old news, but Avi Lerner. And
I don't know who Avi Lerner
He
is.
was a producer for the film. And Terry Crews vowed to never be in another film again under him because statute of limitation ended. So he couldn't get his justice.
That's really interesting. So okay, so Terry Crews, I can see why he's out. Why is Arnold not there? Why is Chuck Norris not there? I can understand why Bruce Willis isn't there because doesn't he have like Alzheimer's now?
He is very
yeah.
progressed in his Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
He can't.
Rest
he's
damn, that's such a
he's
terrible
in
disease. That's a really terrible
D-list
disease.
movies now just
Yeah.
to have him do something and still work that part of his brain. But
It's
But-
crazy, and I've seen a lot of those. Did you know that originally? So
Continue.
there's a system for the direct-to-video movies, right? And what happens is that the budgets. This is how like their business goes down. The budgets are very small, so they're between like maybe 5 to 10 million per production, right? what happens is that the majority of the production goes towards one A-list celebrity that they're able to get for the cast.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So like Bruce Willis is the only A-list star
Yeah.
there that people can immediately recognize. He's on all the posters. And
He's what
everything
brings
else
them
like that. He brings them in. The movie is shot very low budget.
On an iPhone.
Sometimes they could be, but like they'll get like cameras, but like it's like there's no like specific like lenses or or filters or any shit like that. It's just like standard shit. They film everything as fast as possible. They direct it. They put it to streaming or towards video rental sales and everything like that. They'll put it out in like in theaters for like maybe less than a month, and then like the majority of sales is like DVD rentals or streaming. Mm-hmm. Now, the reason why they do this so many times is because not for the domestic market, for the international market,
Chinese market,
like China's market, which makes up like 2/3 of the revenue.
Yeah, of course,
because there's so many people there just getting, and like most of the time internationally, the people don't know the difference.
Yeah.
They just know that like they see a picture of like a famous celebrity and they're like, oh shit,
like,
yeah,
I want that.
a new movie. Yeah, let's go watch that. Then they watch it and they're like, wow, that was a piece of shit. Why did I pay for this?
But you know, then another Bruce Willis movie. Let's go see it. You know,
yeah. And I need to look up the numbers for it, but I remember it was like one of the movies. It was like standard like military like secret, like it's always like special forces.
Yeah.
agent
His last
brought
movie
back.
was Assassin.
I haven't seen that one.
It came out in 2023.
But like in general, a lot of these direct-to-movie ones are like special forces or like ex-military that's being brought
Or
back
crime.
in, or crime-related,
Yeah.
shot very easily. There's like the same a lot of exposition in the writing, so it's just blatantly sent to you, right?
Yeah. That's his last known credit.
3.2 out of 10.
He officially
Holy
retired
shit.
from acting
After
I see the
Assassin.
images.
as of this year, because this is the last
Mm-hmm.
credit that he's giving because of it. I mean, look at what's his name, Chris Hemsworth, because he has
He
a
found out that
genetic
he has
condition
the
that
disease.
could
He doesn't have the disease. He has the genetic predisposition to Alzheimer's.
no, it's not even that. It's worse. Have an accelerated form of Alzheimer's, which means
shit.
it starts younger.
Shit.
So he said, "I want to spend time with my family," and you know what? Perfect.
That's fine.
Like perfect excuse. Alzheimer's is a very
Yeah.
hard disease.
So back to the direct-to-video thing. Let's say a movie like that finally goes public, right?
Yeah.
The domestic market, let's say if the budget was 10 million,
Yeah.
domestic would make maybe 3 or 4 million.
But the rest of the money be made in like foreign markets.
And then international would probably make maybe 20 to 25 million.
So they come out on top.
So they come out on top anyway, but not for like the best reasons.
But
You
they
know,
make
this is like-
100% profit.
They make their profits and everything, but it's like for someone who's like into film as much
Yeah.
as I am, like it's kind of like a cheap way, like a business savvy way of like making money and everything. When it's like you want to see them put the effort in 100%, but not everybody does it like that.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, no, we make it for, like especially when like the thing I hate the most is when people like they make a project, whatever it is, and they're like, because we have like the heart and soul of art and shit like that, and then you watch what they do and it's clearly nothing.
Are
like
you telling me
that.
you didn't like Lion King 1.5?
What?
What?
You didn't know that's a thing?
No.
Lion King 1.5.
What the hell's Lion King 1.5?
Straight to DVD, baby.
Oh yeah, the sequels were straight to DVD,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Except for Toy Story.
Yeah,
Toy Story 3. Rest in peace. I do
But-
not recognize Toy Story 4, but please continue.
But anyway, yeah, that's how that business venture goes through it. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it makes them money, it gets them paid, and everything else they got to do.
It just
but
hurts your heart as an artist.
Yeah, because it's like
That's your craft.
especially like if you see like an A-list celebrity that's like a famous A-list celebrity, and
Like
then they
Bruce Willis?
go to
Produce
do
garbage.
Well, no. Like I didn't know. Like myself, I didn't know that he had Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, because a lot of people were like, "Why is he going? He's doing dozens of direct-to-video films."
Yeah, like why is he being?
and they're like, "Why are you like sinking to this like C grade level?" Like,
And then y'all now feel like assholes.
Now everybody, including myself, I felt like really bad. I was like, oh, that's the reason why. But again, it's like if it helps you, and like to me, I just felt really bad. So like if it helped you like keep your mind sharp to do stuff like that, then I'm like, yeah, go for it. But at the time, I was on the same bandwagon where I was like, I know you're so much better than this.
Yeah.
Like you've been in such great movies,
Die Hard,
for decades, include like Die Hard,
best Christmas movie, yeah.
And like just seeing it like that, especially some A-listers go to that for their own reasons, but you know, I like to see it when they stick through it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Real quick, with Toy Story 4, the reason why I said Toy Story 3, because the reason when I saw them, Disney whipped out Sporky, I was like, nope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you're done.
Existential crisis fork.
Yeah, but
you didn't want to see easy merchandise?
no.
It's a spork. We grew up with it as kids.
Exactly, but now it's got googly eyes and pieces of yarn on it.
Okay, that's what we did for craft day when we were too broke.
It takes 5 cents to craft, and you sell it for $10 a box.
But
yeah, no.
right.
Toy Story 4, horrible movie. Don't care.
Yeah, the franchise ends at 3. That's it.
Yeah, it does. I agree.
All right, we went on for a while, so I'm gonna call it for this episode. Thank you, everyone, for listening once again.
Arrivederci.
Bye.
And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Spotify, and all of our social medias for upcoming episodes. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.